Rainbow Six Siege is dying. Alright, what's up guys? Spoonzilla here. Alright, so this is going to be more of like a sit-down video, because I kind of just want to talk about the state that Siege is in right now. So I'm sure a lot of you guys have been seeing all over social media, thousands of posts, just about how bad the game is right now. And I'm not saying this from a point of view of someone who hates the game. I love this game. I've always loved this game. I've been playing it since I think 2017 maybe. This has consistently been my favorite game to play with friends and just on my own. But at the moment, the game is just extremely boring. I was going to make this video back before Siege X was announced, but when they did announce that, I thought, all right, like the game is going to get fixed. They're going to overhaul everything and they're going to fix all these problems that they've had for so long. But I think a lot of you guys can agree that that just didn't happen. You've probably seen a lot of videos about people talking about this, so I know I'm not the only one that's making this video. But I just want to talk about things that personally affected me in the game and things that I wish that could get changed in the game. And I just want to state first that I know it's not easy to make a video game. I'm not bashing on the developers. I'm sure there's like all these behind the scenes things that we just don't know about. Maybe it has to do with funding or any sort of complications with the parent company of Rainbow Six Siege. But I just do believe that this game is in a really bad state, and I just want to talk about it. So I want to go over a few touch points that I have listed off. Cheating being one of them, ranked, Siege X as a whole, content, and maybe a few other things if something comes to mind. But the very first thing I do want to talk about is content / Siege X. As of recently, we've been getting little to no content with these season updates. And just for an example, this last season, Operation High Stakes, the biggest thing they advertised in this content update was the fact that they were taking away ACOGs from defenders. While that's a cool change, that shouldn't be really a big focus point to this season. And yes, I know that they also advertised the new operator, Denari. We get an operator every single season. It's not really something that brand new, especially since most of the people that play this game are probably only going to play the operator like a couple times, and then they're just going to go back to the people they already like. I think a big thing about when it comes to content is maps. I think people love getting new maps. We love to see something that isn't just a rework of an old map. We just want new things that haven't been in the game before. The last time that we got a new map was in 2023, and it was Lair. 2023. It's 2025 now, and we haven't received a new map. And they announced Siege X, and there wasn't even a new map in that year plan that they had for Siege X. I don't think we're getting a new map until the first season of next year in 2026, which is what, not until March, I think. Sure, we're getting a rework of a map this year, and it'll be in ranked, but that truly is just not enough for an entire year's worth of content. If we just go ahead and take a look at the roadmap for this year, first season, we got a new operator, and then the major features that they added: reputation system. Reputation system. That's the only tab on major features. Player protection, which I don't even want to talk about. I'm going to talk about cheating later. But that was one that, I mean, we all know that cheating is just still in the game. Dynamic matchmaking, which I don't even think I've noticed this at all. I don't even remember anything about this. And then a training system. That was just the first season of the year. This was the prep phase before Siege X officially released. And here we go, we got Siege X. I am going to talk about Siege X in a second, but I just want to take a look at all the season stuff we have here. So I'm just going to skip this Siege X part for now, and let's look at Season 3. We just got Denari, dual front update, 3 modernized maps, couple limited events. One is one we get every single year, so it's not that cool. Anti-toxicity, shield guard. It's just like all these little mini features that don't really affect the actual gameplay of the game. And when we look at all these seasons, we can legit see that the only big new feature is just the operator. The operator is the only thing new in these seasons. And like I said before, people only play these operators once or twice when they first get them. And sure, a lot of people are playing them and adding them to their strategies, but let's be honest, most of the people are just running around with Doc and Ash still. So I personally just think that this game is not receiving enough content. Whether that has something to do with the funding that they're receiving from Ubisoft for this game, I have no idea. But these new seasons come out, and I just don't have any excitement for them. And that leads me to my next point about Siege X, which to me was just a massive disappointment. And don't get me wrong, they added some cool stuff with it, I guess, but the true problem I had with it is that it was so overhyped by Ubisoft just for it to be a regular season update. Something that could have just been added you know, within the seasons. I think my biggest gripe with Siege X was the announcement of the graphic changes. If they're going to change the graphics and make them look better and nicer, I am so here for that. But it's the fact that they only released 5 maps out of the 20-something maps that are already in the game with the release of Siege X. When they announced Siege X, they made it seem like that the entire game was getting this massive overhaul to the point where it feels like we're pretty much playing a sequel to Rainbow Six Siege. I and a lot of other people I thought that this was an entire new era for the game. They kept saying it's a new era of Siege. They had this whole big event where they blew up a wall. And I talked about it a little bit during my reaction to Siege X, but I want to talk about it a little bit more now. And one of the biggest things they announced for Siege X was that they're going to modernize the maps. And, you know, that's amazing. Let's modernize the maps. Let's add new graphics, make them look really nice. To get an all-new look at the maps that I already love, that sounds amazing to me. And then they talk about these new maps, and it's just 5 of them. 5 maps out of the 20-something maps that are already in the game is just ridiculous. And if we look at this season updates, modernized maps, they did the 5 maps for Clubhouse, Chalet, Border, Bank, and Cafe. And then next season, one of their biggest updates is that just 3 more maps are more modernized. Which is just like, that is such a lazy way to add new content to the game. If you're announcing this huge new era of Siege, I expect, as a player, every single map in the game is going to be modernized. Little sidebar as I'm editing this. We saw in CSGO when they made CS2 that they remastered every single map in their game. So I feel like that's kind of where that standard came from in my own head. I think it was the same thing with Overwatch when they did that, when they created the new overhauling thing. That's kind of where I thought about them having to do this to every single map in their game. And for me personally, when I think of things getting overhauled, I think of removing some of the old stuff that we have so we have a new long-term plan for new content. So one of the things I thought they would hopefully do with Siege X is take out a lot of maps that aren't quite favorited by fans. This being like Tower, Yacht, Favela. And while those are OG maps, I think it would have bettered the game to remove these maps so that you can begin to have a new map every 2 seasons. I mean, we see games like Valorant take out their maps all the time to keep a different flow of new maps. And I think that's really cool. And I'm sure a lot of you guys love those old maps, but I can live without Theme Park or Skyscraper. I can live without that. What I think they should have done is take out a portion of the old maps, keep a lot of the fan favorite maps, especially ones that are in ranked, modernize every single one of them, and then from that not that season, but the next one, new map, next 2, a new map, and keep the flow of new content coming out. And while they're also doing that, you could have new operators every season or an operator rework. I don't think they should take out any operators because I feel like they could have them. They could have 1 million operators at this point, and I will still won't know how to play. That's not their fault, but for me, it truly was disappointing to see only 5 of the maps getting modernized at the launch of Siege X. Because now we gotta wait like years just before we can get the new graphics on every single map. Another thing with the maps is that, and this is kind of a thing with all video games. I just think we need different settings to queue into with the maps we already have. And what I mean by that is, in the old Siege game, we used to have night maps. And that was exciting. And I know it's such a small little thing that isn't in the game, but truly it made the game feel really fresh. When you loaded into a map and it was either day or night, I thought that was actually really exciting. And something that Siege X could have brought, since it's new graphics and it's new processing with the game, it'd be really cool if they had dynamic weather in the game too. And I understand that probably would mess up a lot of people's settings, and I don't know the technicalities of all that. If I'm just like out here thinking out loud, like how cool would it be to queue into like Oregon, and instead of it being just midday the whole time, it's like cloudy and raining, or maybe it's sundown or it's nighttime. Like that would just make the maps feel so much more fresh. When I look more into Siege X, one of the big things that really just it got to me was when they announced Advanced Rappel, which is a cool feature, don't get me wrong, but they announced it as if it was like this huge brand new feature to the game that's going to change everything.
With Advanced Rappel, you can now sprint along the wall, and you can pull off what we saw Callie do back in the Playbook story trailer.
I'm rappelling for like 10% of the round. The whole goal is to get in the building. I don't need to be rappelling that much. And sure, you're hanging there shooting through a window. Sprinting? What? I'm just sprinting. It's not that big of an announcement. And it's the fact that the whole audience is like, whoa, sprinting. Like, I get that they're the audience and they're just gonna react like that, but and it's all those little minor things that they announced for Siege X that just like gets to me. I mean, destructible ingredients like a fire extinguisher and a pipe that could blow up. Those are cool. Advanced repel, communication wheel. The new ban system I think is really cool. I think that's a great update. Communication wheel, inspecting your weapons, which is cool. These are all like minor features that should be underneath all the major features that should have been coming with this. And these are just what the major features are. Like, oh, I can look at my gun at a different angle now, which is like, that's cool, I guess, but just looking at my gun. Veteran rewards. What? You get black ice for the G36. It's like a different black ice. Like, what? And, you know, I do like the new pick ban, and that could have been one of the major features, but I feel like still, when I look at these modernized maps, it should have been all of them, or at least taking out maps and adding new ones. One of the big features is dual front, which I think that's cool to have a new game mode, something a little bit more casual, and you can play with a group of friends. But truthfully, I just don't believe dual front is as popular as they were hoping it would be. I think I'm going to talk about that a little bit more when I talk about the game modes and the way the game is a little bit dry right now with the game modes. Keeping with Siege X, if I scroll down, we look at the audio overhaul, which is just, let's just read it. Sound has always been a key part of Rainbow Six Siege, which is why we've overhauled the audio for Siege X. Reverb and propagation modifications will help you pinpoint where and how far something could be, making auditory information more accurate. I think every single person watching this can agree that when Siege X came out, the audio was awful. And honestly, I feel like either I've just gotten used to it and I don't even notice it anymore, or maybe they fixed it. I honestly don't even remember. It feels like they'd have no transparency when they talk about these things, especially since they claimed that they're going to be listening to our feedback like they always do, which, I mean, I was having issues with the audio. I've clips of the audio. Dude, shoot him. Can you shoot him? Can you shoot him? He's getting zapped right now. Please shoot him. I got knifed in the back. Dude, there's no audio. There's no audio.
Bro.
There's no audio. And it's all these little things that were supposed to make Siege X big that just made it the most underwhelming update they've ever released. So to sum it up, I think that just Siege X was really underwhelming. I think we don't get enough content with these seasons. And I truly believe that they should have removed maps and added new ones to make up for some of the content that they don't add. Let's go on to our next point, ranked and game modes. Look, I love ranked. You guys love ranked. That's the most popular game mode in the game, and I think we can all agree that not a single person likes ranked 2.0. It's so boring to have to start all the way copper and work your way up. Playing back in the day, the thrill I got from playing my 10 placement matches and then seeing what rank I got, it was like nothing, there was nothing like it. It was so exciting to see that gold pop up, or even I would even get excited for silver, because it just meant that I was better than the people that got bronze. And my friends would always end up getting bronze or silver, and I'd be up in gold. And it just made me so excited to be better than them, I guess. I don't know. I mean, there was that just thrill of getting your rank after playing those 10 matches that I just miss. And it was the fact that you could only queue with people in your rank. It's just sad to see that now we have to go against people that have the hidden MMR as you. I don't even understand why I need to go against these people that are top players when I myself, I'm just not a top player. It doesn't make sense to me. Especially if you hit champ like 4 seasons ago and you haven't been since. It's just like you get punished for doing well back in the day. And I understand the point is that really good players who may have hit champ last season don't have to play against people that suck and are in bronze the next season if they themselves never got to, are still in bronze. But when I think about it, it's kind of like the same situation that you see in Call of Duty with skill-based matchmaking. As a bad player, I feel like you have to expect to go against good players, and it's that encounter with the good players that make you want to get better. I wish they could just find some type of way to queue the people who deserve to go against their own rank with their rank. And plus, I just think it's super easy to rank up in the game now. It used to actually feel like a challenge, especially with the placements. And now it's just like, if you have a 5 stack in this game, you're probably going to hit champ. If all you guys play, you're going to hit champ. It's just like how it is. Having a 5 stack just puts you above everybody else, and you could easily just get those multipliers in your rank and just zoom past everybody. I just personally miss that feeling of getting my placement games and being in the rank and playing games with people in my same rank. It felt so much more balanced back then, but I do understand today that playing video games is just not the same. Everybody's better at it. It just is what it is. But I think I'd like to see them experiment with a way to bring back that system while also keeping it safe for people that aren't that good. And with ranked, that game mode and unranked, it's just so boring. it's just bomb every single time. They literally used to have secure and hostage in the game in ranked, and that was so fun. And it truly is because of Pro League, and there's nothing, I have no hate to the pros, but they make up like a percentage, they make up not even a percent of the player base in this game. Yet UB still caters to that pro scene to make ranked feel like, it's like a $10,000 tournament. It's just not the way the average person plays ranked. I think that having secure and hostage, maybe you even should have the ability to toggle if you want to play secure and hostage, the same way you could do it in quick match. It would just make ranked so much more fun, because you would actually have to think of a new strategy to get the hostage or to secure the area, and it would just make queuing ranked so much more fresh. Personally, I love secure the area. I think it's the best game mode in the entire game. That feeling of going into the room at the last second and contesting it with the enemy, and the only way the round ends is if one person gets a kill. I think that's like the best. I think that's the best in the game. And I love bomb, but you play it so much. Like, I'm so done with it. I don't need to play bomb every single second of the day. And I'm not going to play quick match because it's a quick match. I want to play the longer game modes. So that's just how I feel about ranked. I think that they need to have placements back, and I think they need to have these other game modes that are in the game as game modes in ranked, because it's just so stale, and I think other people would agree with me. The last major point I want to make about the game, and this isn't the last point, I have some minor little points I want to make after this, but the last big point I want to talk about is cheating, which is easily just the biggest problem that the game probably has right now. I'm a console player, so I don't experience the PC cheating side. I do want to interview a buddy about that who does play on PC. But when it comes to console, it's a no-brainer for other console players, if you're watching this, is that Zim, Cronus, strike packs, whatever it is just so prominent in the game, especially when you're playing in higher ranks, because how easy it is to get a high rank with that. And it's been such a huge problem for so long, and they've talked about time and time again about how they are looking for solutions with this, and I do appreciate them looking for that, but it gets to a point. I mean, they haven't figured it out yet. They came out with Mousetrap, and it feels like it doesn't work. While half the time I might not be noticing Zim as much, maybe at least not today, for me, Cronus is just so easy to spot. I mean, you can just... It's so easy to see someone with no recoil. It's, like, ridiculous how easy it is to say. And it truly is. It truly gives them a major advantage against other people. And Zim is just ridiculous. I mean, you get a mouse and keyboard in console lobbies. It's insane. And whether or not Mousetrap's working and putting those players in PC lobbies, honestly, I don't even know at this point, because I don't see all these things. I really do hope that they just find a way to clean this up and get rid of this cheating, because it's so annoying to have to go against. But the true cheating problem does come with PC lobbies. So I think I'm going to go talk to a buddy who plays in PC, and he might have some better, and he'll have some better insights on it than I do.
rainbowsixsiege cheating.
Alright, I'm going to go if you don't want to take it seriously.
I'm ready. What?
Let
me wear what the fuck?
Alright, I'm going to do a little intro. Is that okay?
Yeah, but I can't look at you. I'm gonna mute. I'm gonna mute. Just fucking talk, dude. Come on.
Alright, guys. I'm here with longtime PC player, R6 veteran, and one of my closest friends, Gravz.
With R6 veteran and my friend Grav.
What's wrong with that? I'm sticking with
I'm
that.
with the legend himself and Grav.
I'm keeping that. Alright, so Grav.
Oh.
Alright. So, as a PC player, how has cheating affected you?
I mean, it's awful. It's fucking shit.
If you're not gonna take it seriously, then I'm just gonna leave.
No, I swear I actually will. I think I gotta get you off my screen. I can't. There's no way in hell I can look at you. I can't. I need to like open up a Google tab or something. I can't. I cannot look you in the eyes. I honestly just can't look you in the eyes. I think the state of cheating on PC is absolutely horrific. I played last season ranked. I played 150 games last season, and I was always checking my R6 tracker, and I always noticed a few players with, 2.0 KDs, average kills 9, insane win rates, insane headshots, and it was every other game. About 3/4 of the games that I actually played, I was dodging because I knew that there was cheaters on the other team. And then also towards the end of last season, hold on. At the end of last season, I came across a team of DDoSers that actually disconnected my entire team, and I lost RP in my Diamond 1 game.
That's just not right.
and they gained RP themselves. So yeah, the state of cheating is absolutely horrific. I mean, like genuinely 3/4 of the games that I played either had someone that was either walling blatantly or just aimbot, or I had to dodge because I just knew that we were gonna lose because they were cheating. I can't stress this enough. Every other game I was dodging, there was a cheater.
And these are in champ lobbies.
These are roughly, I would say, actually, they're not champ lobbies that are bad. I would say that actually the emerald to diamond lobbies are actually arguably the worst.
Okay.
They are the worst for cheaters. Once cheaters get champ, they stop playing.
Yeah,
And if they do
that's
get
true.
champ, they're already top 3 champs. There's no bottom champs that are cheaters. They don't exist. All the cheaters are in high emerald, low diamond. And I think anyone else could say the same.
With all the promises that Ubisoft make about stopping cheaters, do you think they've ever once fulfilled any of those?
No.
So
Not
do you
once.
think
I think the new anti-cheat, whatever it's called. What the fuck is it called?
Ricochet? No, that's COD.
No,
it's
no,
COD.
it's
We have Mousetrap on console. What is it
no,
called on Shield
R6
Guard?
anti-cheat. Yep, that is. All right, ready? I think the new Siege X Shield Guard update didn't do jack shit. You can bleep that, make it sound cool.
Yeah, okay.
I think it just didn't do anything. It didn't.
It feels like
I
that
think-
they add so many different updates and they say so many different things about cheating, and yet it just doesn't change.
They do promise a lot, and the outcome is still the same, actually, if not worse. I think once people see that people are cheating and they're not getting banned, more players actually cheat themselves. And I think it's just like a chain reaction. It just gets worse and worse and worse over time. It doesn't improve.
Now, would you
Don't
say
play it.
You're a person that's played a lot of different games at a very high competitive standard. Do you think that you experience more cheaters in this game, or do you think you kind of experience it more in other games?
Siege is the worst game of all time when it comes to cheaters.
Really?
I have never seen a game have more cheaters in it than
Not even Call of Duty? Because you were
not
playing
even
Warzone
Call of
ranked a
Duty,
lot.
not even CSGO, nothing.
Wow. You think there's more cheaters in CS, or sorry, in Siege than CS?
Well, the player base is a little different, right? CSGO is like a
Yeah,
more
that's true.
higher,
You kind of get
player
matched with you have
count.
less of a chance because you get matched with more people.
Right. I'm not saying there's not cheaters in CSGO. There's probably a lot, but I definitely come across more in Siege than I do in CSGO.
That's just sad.
And it's sad. It's horrible. I don't know how much Ubisoft are paying for the shield guard, but they should just shove it up their ass
Okay.
because it's awful.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your time, Grav.
Oh, you're welcome.
The last little things I want to talk about before I end this video are the cosmetics, the bugs, performance issues, and just the way that Ubisoft communicates with us about the game. Now look, I know a lot of people don't care about cosmetics, but for me, cosmetics are fun. I enjoy buying a nice skin for a gun that I like, or an outfit for a character that I like. I enjoy getting a cool skin. I just got the new FaZe esports skin for Lion that I really like. And at the moment, the only, I guess this is just a personal preference, but the only decent skins in the game are either esports skins or some sort of crossover that they do with another, brand or a movie or TV show. And I think the main point I want to talk about is just the alpha pack system. The alpha packs have some of the worst cosmetics I've ever seen in my entire life. And, they're all just, military-inspired camouflage patterns, which are cool, but they're so just boring, and I don't think I've been excited for an alpha pack since 2018. And especially with the marketplace now, even Black Ice is just, I don't care about Black Ice that much. And it's crazy to me that Black Ice is the only cool skin that they've made for alpha packs. And sure, there's Glacier and there was Obsidian back in the day, but those are all back in the day and they're all on marketplace now. And especially Black Ice, it's just on marketplace now. It feels like the creative team when it comes to cosmetics could be doing so much more. I see concepts all the time for really cool skins in the game and they just never come out. And I wish that there were just more skins in the game to try to unlock through alpha packs that I could actually be excited for, because I really just don't like any of the skins in the alpha packs. Even the Bravo packs they're just Black Ices that you want. When I look at bugs are something that's just gonna exist in video games for eternity. You're never gonna be able to just have no bugs all the time. People are always going to find something. The castle glitch is the last thing I could think of. So I'm not going to talk about it too much because I understand that UB is trying to just fix all those bugs as much as they can. But when I think about that, I also think about the performance and how the game just sometimes just has the worst servers ever. Especially when a new season comes out, and it's like classic Ubisoft for the servers to just be awful when a season comes out. I remember with this last season getting on, and every single person on my lobby had like 60 ping. And it's just, why is this the issue right now? It's crazy to think that that's still a thing going on in the game, that every single season there's some sort of performance issue that exists within the game. And finally, I just think Ubisoft needs to actually listen to the community more. They always make statements that they're listening to our feedback, and yet it feels like they're not. I mean, the things that I'm talking about, maybe not the SiegeX part, but the other issues that I'm talking about are things that people have been saying for years. And they keep shifting the game to feel like a pro game. And sure it is, but at the same time, it's a casual game that people just want to come home and play, especially in ranked. Ranked should be competitively casual, if that makes any sense. I shouldn't get on ranked and it's just a insane sweat fest the entire time, like we're all playing for $1 million reward. I want to get on, and I want to try to win the game, but at the same time, I don't want to feel like I'm getting stabbed in the throat every time I lose. I just wish the devs would listen more to the community, because it's the community that makes their game. And sure, they can decide whatever feature they want for their game, it's their game, but you also just gotta listen to the people that play it, because at some point we're all gonna stop. Especially when I look at the Steam charts now, I mean, it's just dropping, especially with the last 3 seasons, especially with these last 3 months, it's just dropping. There was a plus year, I guess that's when the new season came out. Then before that, a drop. March, I think it's when SiegeX came out, so they had a lot of players. And you can see down here, there were times where the game was just so bad. They've had this situation before where people just don't enjoy the game as much. And it feels like they could just be doing so much more with their game. Especially now, since I look at R6 Mobile, and that game just looks, like, amazing. Even R6 Extraction has, like, some awesome cosmetics that I wish were in the game. And a game like R6 is such a unique game because it's not quite Call of Duty running guns, shooting everybody, respawn. And it's not quite CSGO where it's like search and destroy bomb. It kind of fits in that middle area where it feels very arcadey while also feeling competitive. It's the only game of its kind it's the only game of its kind that plays like that. So I truly think with Ubisoft, they could just be doing more to support the game and making it the best it could be. And if funding really is a problem, I have no idea if that is a problem, because it just sometimes it feels like these updates are getting stretched out for the sake of not having enough resources. The only thing I gotta say to Ubisoft as a company, you guys put all your marbles in X-Defiant, and that went nowhere. Put your marbles into Rainbow Six Siege, and I promise you guys will not regret it. This game came out in 2015, and I just truly think it hasn't even reached its max potential yet. It's been 10 years, and it's not everything it needs to be. There's so much more that this game could be doing. I really do hope that they fix these problems. And again, I don't hate this game. I absolutely love this game, and I want to continue to play it. For me, it's just been hard to play it right now. I don't think I posted a video on it in like a week or two because I'm just not playing it. I've been enjoying Apex a lot more. I've been playing Skate. The new Skate's fun. I want to play this game again, but I get on and I just don't feel the joy that I used to feel when I was playing back in, year 3 or 4. So I really do hope that they find the solutions that they need to find. I really hope they listen to the community, and I guess we just got to see where it happens. So thank you guys for watching. Check out if you're new, check out some of my other videos. If you're not, then thanks for coming back. Comment below what you guys think Siege needs to touch up on. If there's anything you think I missed, let me know. Yeah, see you guys later. Peace.